going on, everybody? It's your boy the SLAP Train. Welcome back to some Forza Motorsport 5, and today starts our very first drift build. And I have a special car that you guys are looking at, the GMC Cyclone, guys. I have been hoping and praying and wishing to Santa Claus every year that I've been playing Forza Motorsport 4 for this car to be rear-wheel drive swappable. Forza 5, they've answered my prayers, and they have made it so that way this car can be rear-wheel drive swapped. What does that mean? Means we're gonna have some fun sliding some damn trucks. And this GMC Cyclone is a monster if you want to invest the time and the money into it to make this thing really go. So the Cyclone overall looks fantastic. That was the main reason why I chose this car. I love the looks of it, but the V8 that's inside of this thing is just monstrous. And the way that this thing kicks out, which you'll see in a few here, is very, very nice. And it holds some really nice angles going on. But really what I did with this build, I didn't want to do too high of a horsepower. So I kept it roughly a little bit under 500 horse. Just very nice. Beefed up the back tires just a little bit. Did some race gearing, race suspension on there. Didn't touch a lot of the clutch and a lot of the other stuff. Just because for right now, I don't got the funds at the moment. I'm broke. I got no money, man. So, been just kind of working on the basics. And the tune I stuck very, very similar to Forza Motorsport 4. You know what I mean? I did a little bit more camber on the front than the rear. And what I really like about this is that when you're in Forza Vista, it actually shows your tune. So if you dump out the 5 degrees of camber on the front, you're going to see 5 degrees of camber in Forza Vista, which is really sick. So we locked the diffs, that way both wheels are spinning at the same time. And that's really about it, guys. We're going to go do some painting on this thing. What I wanted to do with this was just keep it very basic, very simple, and give it that little kind of drifting feel to it. I think I accomplished that with this car. Really, I mean, a lot of the stuff that I was doing on here, I wish I had more vinyl groups and such, but the marketplace is down at the moment, so I don't have the option to do so. But we're going to hear a little bit more about the GMC Cyclone. Let's have a look, guys.
GMC is the commercial vehicle division of one of the largest auto manufacturers in the world, General Motors. With the acquisition of the Rapid Motor Vehicle Company in 1909, GMC developed some of the earliest commercial trucks. Over the last 100 years, GMC has built nearly every wheeled vehicle type, including motorhomes, buses, vans, and tanker trucks. But GMC isn't all work and no play. The 1991 Cyclone pickup truck was built for speed, utilizing a turbocharged V6 engine matched with all-wheel drive and sport suspension. Not only was the Cyclone the fastest production pickup truck in the world, it famously beat the Ferrari 348 in a quarter-mile drag race. This drivetrain was put into an SUV body a year later and called the Typhoon, adding additional seating with the same thrills.
Look at this thing, gentlemen, beating Ferraris all day on the quarter mile. This thing's actually pretty long, 180 inches, 60 inches top. And this thing is just, it looks so beautiful, and I wanted to drift this thing for so long. And I figured it was so suiting doing this the first car, considering as soon as I found out, I was pretty hyped. I was so pumped the way that you can rear-wheel drive swap this thing. And this thing's just an absolute monster. Beautiful, beautiful Forza Vista on here. They've captured every detail on this car, you know, from the carbon fiber rims that I threw on here. And the rim actual dimensions right now, we are running a 16-inch tire on front and back. And the widths of these, 305s in the rear, 9 inches braking on the rear, 12 inches braking on the front. And the pinstriping on the red accents the exterior very nicely. And this car just sounds absolutely beautiful as well too. So we're gonna have a look at this thing one more time and hear this thing roar. Alrighty, gentlemen, here we are, Mount Panorama, Bathurst, GMC Cyclone. Let's get it, gentlemen. This thing was fantastic on the mountain. I had a lot of fun with this car, actually. Believe it or not, the way that this has so many straights you can kind of get a feel of how well this thing is going to drift on these straights. And right here, just kind of shaking it back and forth, and it's pulling back really nicely. You know, some cars, you know, they'll lock up, you'll go right in the wall, boom. This thing was not like that whatsoever. It was able to hold some really nice lines. I was noticing 3rd to 4th gear was the ideal gear, 4th when you're really getting on those straights, but 2nd just wasn't able to hold these corners. So 3rd gear was my ideal gear on this tune. Unfortunately, I cannot upload this to my storefront just because it's not up right now on Forza Motorsport. So hopefully soon it'll be up and I'll upload this for you guys. But I highly recommend checking this car out. Highly recommend driving this thing on Bathurst. The downhill section coming through those tight technical corners was exhilarating. Cockpit view as well too was nuts. And overall, I mean, this thing's going to be able to slide with the best of them once I get a little bit more cash, maybe do an engine swap, maybe some more clutch work, some drivetrain work, and really fine-tune these gears and suspension. But overall, I'm really happy with this car, and I'm glad that I chose it. It was a little bit of a gamble because I didn't know if this was going to be rear-wheel drive swappable, but I had a hell of a time driving it. We came real close to a couple corners right here, and you guys can kind of see, I mean, the way that the back end kicks out with that bed, you just kind of feel, you don't know if you're going to hit it, you don't know if you're going to keep going. It's exhilarating, guys, and I cannot express this over watching it. You got to try it out. So make sure you guys check this out. We're going to do a little rewind and cockpit view going down this section one more time. But this is a very, very technical section. If you don't clutch kick properly or if you don't transition properly, you will be going right into the wall or spinning out. So I mean, the downhill's throwing you down the mountain as you're trying to go, trying to counter steer, oversteer, not hit the wall. A lot of this crazy things going on all at once. But right here, I love this corner right as you exit the big section. Coming out of it, straightening it out. Boom, gentlemen, making it look easy right now. We're going to hit one more corner. We got the giant straight. This thing is insane. Oh my God. Yo, it's so nuts coming down there. We're doing about $160. Hitting this corner. We're going to rip it out. E-brake it. Here we go. Oh my God. And he holds it back. Let's have a look one more time at this. Look at this, man. Almost right to the sun looking at it. Pulls it back out. Holds the drift. Absolutely beautiful. Bathurst, Mount Panorama. Cannot get any better than this, guys. I'd like to know what you would like to see for the next car drift build, and as well too what track you guys would like to see it on. Make sure you guys leave a comment what you guys enjoyed the most about this build. Make sure you guys subscribe if you guys already have not. Forza Motorsport 5 content all weekend, guys. Launch weekend, it's going to be nuts. I'll be posting a video almost every 2 hours right now. Just going absolutely bananas, gentlemen. It's your boy, the SLAPTrain. I'm out. Peace.